Hi everybody, welcome back to my channels, and today I'm going to show you another Chinese metal build figures from the company called Snap and Heatboys. Now this is the second version that they have released, and the first version is Empire Hero, which is the golden armor one. If you haven't seen it, do check it out on my channel. I do have reviewed it before. So this one is cost about £130 from the ShowZ store.com. You can also get this one from another website which I found out recently called the bombasby.net. Now they are also written in the description below, so do check it out if you don't know where to get it from. Considering that they are 1/72 scale, weight about 680 grams, they are both the same. Okay, and also their weight about 680, and also the height is about 11 inches tall. So considering that they are really big scales and it's double the size, double the weight, and about half the price of metal build Gundam. Okay, so this is definitely worth it, I have to say. Now in the past, all I know is Bandai's and metal build figures, and now there are so many other companies out there in China popping up from nowhere, and they came out with all these quality figures, and they are unbelievably good, and they feel like a premium as well. I mean, look at all the packagings here and all the shiny envelopes and stuff that it comes with it, and you got all kind of like fancy stuff that coming out, like a MoShow has the magnet dynamic stands, and then you got the CangDao model has the LED light up on the dynamic stands, and this guy has the more accessory, and this one has a magnet piece to turn on the lights on the LED on the eyes and the chest. So they are really cool, and on top of that, look at these wings. This is unbelievable. They are so cool and so big, and you can also have the choice of cloth with a wired line as well, which means you can actually swap between these two and see what you prefer. But I always prefer this plastic piece here over the cloth wired one, because I already have it on a Devil Hunter. And so yeah, so this is really cool figures, and for the price that I'm paying for, this is such a good price, I would say. And they are also making the another set of line, which is the Ninja Turtle one, and that they are also really cool. I can't wait to receive them. I'm gonna pre-order it as soon as they come out on the price. At the moment, no one knows what the price is gonna be, and they just have the a little bit of promo photo and stuff like that, so it's gonna be a while until we can get it for sure, at least 1 or 2 years for sure. But anyway, they are making all these new figures, and they are really cool. Anyway, so let's start with the accessories. So you got this cool weapons that which you can combine into two like this. So this is basically a sword, and you can also treat it as a dagger if you prefer, or you can put them together like this, and that is also really nice. And then you also have another one, bow and arrow, which is like that. And then the arrow, believe it or not, that arrow is actually made of die cast. Okay, so even the arrow, the metal pole, is actually metal. And this one is plastic, of course, but they do make really nicely, and you can see the translucent yellow piece in here, which you can actually see through, and all this little silver part you can actually articulate as well, which is nice. And then if you want to, you can actually take this out separately, and then like this. So what it's supposed to look like is this is gonna be a sword, right? So you can use it as a sword, or you can use it like this, and then that can turn it into some kind of like a dagger as well, on the hand blade or whatever you want to call that, like this. So it's a lot of possibility here. And you can also use a bow and arrow as I suggested, but I already have a lot of figure with the swords and guns, but I don't have any figure with the bow and arrow, so I decided to put this one on my display shelf like this. So this is gonna be how it's gonna appear on my display shelf. So yeah, it's quite a lot of possibility here, and then this is so amazing. And the in terms of the hands and accessories, so I'm going to show you that now. So first you got this fancy envelope with the all instruction inside there, which you can check it out yourself if you buy one just later. And this is what it's gonna look like. So I'm gonna take a pause here. I don't want to knock out these figures. And so here we are. So you can see there are quite a lot of hands here, which you can do also poses that you want. So, and now another figures that come with it is the MoShow also have a lot of hands. I have never seen any figure that comes with that many pair of hands. So is this one. All right, so this is one. And then you also got another tray, which is the dynamic stands with a metal pole. And then you got this little red piece that is the magnet part for your battery for the chest and the eye. And then you also have this cloak with a wired line around it, which is also nice, which you can actually pose it any position you like, and it stays in that way. Okay, so this is another one that you can do, but I'm gonna keep as it is. I'm not going to use this one at all. I never used any dynamic stands anyway in any of my figures. So yeah, I just like this red wings. This is so cool. It's incredible. For the Bandai ones, as you know that you got Destiny and Freedom, and you have to buy all the wing effects on its own, and they cost another £100 or so. And whatever you do in Bandai, and they always charge you things, so it's always expensive. But this guy is crazy. I mean, all this stuff is all part of the package, and you don't have to pay anything whatsoever. Now I'm gonna take this one out. This is really metal stick, and you can actually pose it any way you like. Now what I was trying to show you is this bowl can also fold it. This joint can actually fold it down like that, and to make it a more compact if you want to keep it somewhere in your storage. But I prefer to keep it out completely full position like this. But what I was hoping is, because it has no string attached to it, it's kind of weird. If I try to use a bow here, there is no string. It would be nice to have some kind of little strings here that you can actually adjust, and that will make it look more realistic. Unfortunately, it doesn't come with it, but I'm not gonna complain or fuss about it. I just leave it as it is. You're only paying for £130, so yeah, what can you expect, right? And also what I do like in this one is all these pieces are supposed to be translucent, and they do effects with the LED light top point behind it. But even I don't turn on the light, and you can see it feel like it's turned on. So it's the eye also have the LED light behind it as well, but at the moment I haven't put any battery or anything on it, so even then you can feel like it is actually turned on. So that is really cool. But one thing that I have to say to you is that this guy is so spiky. There's so many spikes everywhere, so just be careful when you're handling it, and you might break one of those or something like that. But it's not gonna break at any time, but just be careful. What I'm trying to say is, so, and that is really nice. And what I do love is all this part that you see here, right? They are actually die cast. Right, all this black part that you see here, they are exposed die cast, and they are actually painted on top, so you feel like this is really like a so nice quality metal. I feel like some sort of like a nickel or some kind of like a gold plated or some kind of feeling. It's really nice quality. It's unbelievable compared to the previous release that they have, and they don't actually do it. They just leave the die cast as it is and put a little bit plastic part on it. But in this one, it's completely exposed, right? So these are actual die cast, and you can scratch it, no problem whatsoever. It's not gonna leave any marks here at all. So I'm scratching it as hard as I can with my nail, and it's totally fine. And this is actually cold to touch, and this is actually a die cast. And so is a die cast piece carry on all the way through the whole body, the whole legs, even the feet. It's such a solid quality here. It's unbelievable. I love this painted die cast here. I'm loving with all the little details here, and also the paint job on the red one is also nice, and all the little translucent yellow part is also nice touch. So everything about this figure is absolutely beautiful. I'm absolutely loving it. And also some part of the back part here, you can see some part of the paint is different, so you got the different kind of contrast going on. You got shiny one and also the normal matte color painted black one as well. At the back also continues, so all the bum, all the chest, waist, every single part is all nicely done, and they all painted die cast piece here. And on top of that, you can see all this golden part here as well, all the little detail. That is also lovely. And yeah, it is really nice figures, and everything that you feel that you touch is all nice quality here, right? So these are plastic, they are not die cast. The only die cast part are all the glossy black part, they are all die cast here. Okay, so this is really cool. And also, I don't know what this is. It's sort of like honeycomb effects on the shoulder pad, and they are also very nice. And again, in terms of articulation part, they are the same as the other, you know, Gundams or any other figure. They're basically the same thing, the same structures. You're not gonna have any problem with the articulation. They even have a little bit more articulated area on these little joints here as well. You can actually turn it a bit more, you know, without actually physically moving the you know, the joints down here, and you can just move the tip, and that's also fine. And this little piece also a die cast, and these die casts are somehow managed to clip in with the plastic part, which is impressive. And I like this hand, you see, completely die cast around it. It's all nice and glossy, and then the middle silver part is plastic, so it's a red one, but that is really nice quality here. Incredible. I just love all these like painted die cast piece. Yeah, so this is really impressive figures, I have to say. At the back, and these wings are also articulatable, and you can actually collapse all of them down, and you can actually put all of them together like this, or you can actually completely bring it down if you want to, or you can actually bend it, fold it, however way you like. So there are loads of joints here that you can completely articulate any position that you like. So you can spread it out, you can go up or down, or anything you feel like basically. So it is really, really nice, and there are quite a lot of way that you can actually do around. So there you go. And the joints are nice and stiff as usual. I don't see any problem with it, any loose joints or whatsoever. And yeah, so this is a major improvement compared to the previous one. And also I think it's easier to articulate compared to the Empire Hero. So Empire Hero has a lot more restriction in terms of the articulation, because of the there's so many little sharp pieces that are moving everywhere in every corner. In this one, it's a lot more flexible, because as you can see, you got nothing around it, you're right on your hand, so it's a lot more free to move around. And so that's why I think this guy is a lot better in terms of articulation wise. So if I take out the previous one, and you can see the comparison between these two. So here we are, right, so this is the previous release that I got. So you can see here that all this piece here on the dies and all that, they are plastic surface, and die cast is underneath there, and all this surrounding is all plastic, and they are not cold to touch, and they feel a bit cheap. And the quality here is a bit hit and miss, you know, like you got a little bit dip here, and some of the paint silver here is not that good quality, even though there are translucent part everywhere on the arms and the wings and all these stuff, but still feel like a little bit cheaper than this guy. This guy is definitely feel like a premium, and this one feel a little bit cheap. And so, but nevertheless, they do look really cool together, right? So I actually love both of them. And if you look from the far away, I mean, this guy definitely stands out on the shelf. So is the Dragon Man. But if you put close together, I can feel that this one is a lot cheaper quality than this guy. Okay, so But anyway, I'm definitely happy with what I pay for, and I can't wait to get more of the figures in the futures. And I'm maybe definitely getting the 2 more of these figures that they made, and also the whole set of Ninja Turtle. So do keep an eye on my channels, and I'll definitely buy them for sure. And when I get them, I will show it to you as soon as I can. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Cheers.